Hi, my name is Sydney Durr. I'm double majoring in sociology and criminology. I chose this because I have mixed feelings about this topic and I thought this would be a good opportunity to learn more about it. Throughout this project, I've become more educated on the details of the death penalty that helped me come to my own personal conclusions. So, what actually is the death penalty? The death penalty is a government sanctioned practice whereby a person is killed by the state as a punishment for crime. Some crimes that qualify for the death penalty are murder, mass murder, terrorism, treason, espionage, attempting to overthrow the government, piracy, war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. 3,125 people were on death row in the United States on January 1st of 2013. That just gives you a gist of how many were on death row to be executed in 2013 alone. The death penalty has been used since ancient times, but Britain influenced colonies more than any other country. When the death penalty began, it was used by beheading, burning, or pressing someone. You could even be burned for marrying a Jew. Burning was the punishment for women, and men were hanged. Pressing was for those who could not confess their crime. Between the years of 1997 and 2015, 71.1 executions were carried out. Between the years of 2006 and 2013, that number dropped to 44.3 death penalties a year. As of March 13th, 2019, 2,651 inmates are currently on death row. Some states still use the electric chair. Some states that still use the electric chair are Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia. While lethal injection is the primary method of execution, other methods are used as well, such as what was previously mentioned, the electric chair, and hanging. In 1996, 78% of Americans wanted capital punishment and 18% of Americans opposed it. But by 2015, support dropped to 55% instead of 78%. There are 5 different ways that execution is used: hanging, lethal injection, shooting, which is also known as firing squad, gas chamber, and electrocution are the different ways that execution is used today. In New Hampshire uses hanging as an alternative to lethal injection. From January of 2001 to February of 2014, 673 of 683 executions were lethal injection. Many people believe that the death penalty violates one of the most vital rights, that it is also a denial for basic human rights, and that life is a human right for all. Many states disagree with the death penalty. The states that disagree with the death penalty and do not use it are Alaska, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Maine, Maryland, and many more. The District of Columbia also disagrees with the death penalty and also does not use the death penalty. The death penalty is a highly debated topic in the United States because there are so many pros and cons to using it. Some pros to using the death penalty are that the offender actually has to pay for the crime that they committed. Also, the victim may feel scared or worried that the offender that committed the crime could escape from jail or prison and put other people in danger. So that brings about a lot of safety concerns, and many believe that the death penalty would get rid of those safety concerns because there would be no worry of anyone escaping from prison. Another pro to using the death penalty is that it brings a sense of emotional well being to the victim and to the family, and it also brings them closure. Many people believe that if you take a life, you should have to give your own life. While there are many pros to using the death penalty, there are still many cons. One of the cons to using the death penalty is that the person on death row could have been wrongly convicted, and it's very hard for inmates on death row to get their case re examined. Also, using the death penalty is 2.5 times more expensive compared to someone living their life in prison. There's also so much to do leading up to the execution that also racks up the cost and the time. Just because the death penalty is used does not keep people from committing crimes any less. Another con to using the death penalty is that 50% of death row inmates cannot afford legal help. This brings a lot of problems along with being wrongly convicted because maybe they couldn't afford a lawyer to help them win their case.